Hi everyone and welcome to my channel English Fluency Lab, where I help you improve your English language skills. Friends, in this video, I'm going to talk about the difference between the three expressions used to, get used to and be used to. Now, in my experience, I have seen that many people, even at the intermediate level, find these three expressions very confusing. So in this video, I'm going to break it down for you, and do stay till the end because I have a quiz at the end, and do take the quiz and let me know in the comments how much you have scored. So shall we get started? All right, let's go. Let's start with used to. Now, used to means a past habit, a common action in the past which you don't do anymore. You were doing something in the past, but you don't do it anymore. Example, in the past, I ate junk food, right? So this was an action in the past. Now I don't eat junk food, right? So what do you say? I used to eat junk food. Right? So I used to eat junk food means that you were eating junk food in the past, but you don't do it now. It is a past habit, rather it was a past habit, right? Let's move on and take another example, right? In the past, he drove his car everywhere. Now he rides his bike everywhere. So you can say he used to drive his car everywhere. It is a past habit which is no longer there, right? So he used to drive his car everywhere, but now he rides his bike everywhere, right? So I hope used to is clear. Now friends, remember, used to is always followed by a verb. Okay, let's look at a few examples. I used to eat junk food. You used to love dancing. She used to go for a walk after dinner. We used to play hockey together. So if you see after used to, you have the verb eat, love, go and play, right? So used to is always followed by a verb. Please remember that. Now, used to can also be used in the negative form. And how is that possible? Let's understand. You can also use used to in the negative form. Now, used to, as you know, I've already told you earlier, it's a past habit. Now, didn't used to. Now, here you're not going to use the D. Now, this is something you need to be careful about. It didn't used to, not used to, is a new habit. Not a common action in the past, but now I do it often. So that is a negative form. Let's take an example. In the past, I didn't listen to music. Now I listen to music. So how will you use used to in the negative form? You can say, I didn't used to listen to music, right? So that is how you're going to use used to in the negative form. I didn't used to listen to music, but now I listen to music. All right. So that's used to in the negative form. So friends, if you're finding value in the video, please subscribe to my channel. So now you can say, I didn't used to subscribe to English Fluency Lab, but now I do. All right. Now let's move on to the second one, which is get used to. Get used to means to adopt, to become comfortable with something that was uncomfortable at first, right? To become comfortable with something that was uncomfortable. That habit was there, but you were not comfortable with it. Over a period of time, you get comfortable with it. You were not okay in the past, but now you're okay. That's the main concept behind get used to. Example, let's take a conversation between two people. Lisa says, this work schedule is terrible. Working the night shift is killing me. Melanie says, yeah, it's hard at the beginning, but don't worry, you will get used to working nights. But don't worry, you will get used to working nights. What is Melanie trying to say? That don't worry, you will get comfortable with it. It is uncomfortable at the beginning, but don't worry, you will get used to it, which means that you will get comfortable with it, right? So that is the meaning of get used to. Let's take another example. A person talking about his experience of moving to the city. I moved from a quiet village to a busy city. At first, the noise bothered me. Now, the noise doesn't bother me. So you can say, I got used to the noise, right? Past tense, I got used to the noise. He has moved from a quiet village to a busy city. He was uncomfortable earlier, but now he's got used to it, which means that he's become comfortable with that particular noise, right? So that is get used to. Now, again, you need to remember that get used to is followed by a noun. Jim got used to the job quickly. Pronoun, she got used to it after a while. Gerund, which is the continuous tense, he got used to swimming every day, right? You learned that used to is followed by a verb earlier, but remember get used to is followed by a noun, pronoun or gerund, right? So that's the difference between used to and get used to. Now friends, let's move to the last one, which is be used to. Now, be used to is to be accustomed or be comfortable with the situation, right? You are already comfortable with that situation. You were not uncomfortable earlier. You were already comfortable with that situation. I'm okay with this situation, right? Let's take the difference between get used to versus be used to. Get used to, you become comfortable with the situation over a period of time. You were not okay earlier, but now you're okay. Be used to is to be comfortable with the situation, which means that you're already okay with the situation. There was no discomfort earlier also, and you're comfortable, right? So that is the meaning of be used to. Example, I'm from Canada. Canada is cold. I'm comfortable with the cold. So you can say, I'm used to the cold, right? So he can say, I'm used to the cold because this person stays in Canada, right? So the cold doesn't bother him, right? So that is the difference between get used to versus be used to. Please remember, be used to is followed by a noun. Sam is used to city life now. Pronoun, he is used to them being late. Gerund, which is the continuous tense, I'm used to studying late at night, right? So you learnt that used to is followed by a verb. You also learnt that get used to is followed by a noun, pronoun, or gerund. And be used to is also followed by a noun, pronoun, and gerund, right? So I hope the concept is clear. So friends, now we'll have a quiz on all three. I'm going to give you 5 questions and I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think of the answer, and then I'll reveal the answer to you. All right, let's take question number 1. Question 1. In the past, I played the violin. Now I don't. Choose the right answer from these 3 choices. I used to play the violin. I got used to playing the violin. I am used to playing the violin. Right? Your 5 seconds on this question start now. All right, what do you think is the answer? The answer is number 1, I used to play the violin. Right? In the past, I played the violin. Now I don't. So I used to play the violin. Question number 2. Last year, I started a new job. It took me some time to adjust to the workload. Let's look at the choices. I used to the workload. I am getting used to the workload. I am used to the workload now. Right? Your 5 seconds on this question start now. All right, what do you think is the right answer? I am used to the workload now. Last year I started a new job. It took me some time to adjust to the workload, but he is used to the workload now. That is number C. Let us look at question number 3. My girlfriend and I have just moved in together. It's hard to live with someone new. Little by little, I'm trying to adopt to living with her. And your choices are, I used to live with my girlfriend. I am getting used to living with my girlfriend. I am used to living with my girlfriend. Your 5 seconds start now. All right, the answer is B. I am getting used to living with my girlfriend, right? Because it says little by little, I'm trying to adopt to living with her, right? So I'm getting used to living with my girlfriend. Okay, it is still in the process. Let us move on to number 4. Question 4. Ever since I was a kid, I went rock climbing. Rock climbing is like second nature to me. Okay, that should be to me. The 2 words should be separated. Apologies for the error. Choose the right answer. I used to go rock climbing. I got used to rock climbing. I am used to rock climbing. Friends, your 5 seconds start now. Answer, I am used to rock climbing, right? Ever since I was a kid, I went rock climbing. Rock climbing is like second nature. So he's used to it, right? The last question coming up, friends, question number 5. Back in the day, I disliked spicy food. Little by little, I ate spicier and spicier food. Now I can handle spicy food without a problem. Your choices are, I used to dislike spicy food. I got used to spicy food. I am used to spicy food. Your 5 seconds on this question start now. All right, what do you think is the answer? Well, the answer is, first, I used to dislike spicy food, right? But in this situation, your option can also be B. I got used to spicy food because it says now I can handle spicy food. And friends, your option can also be C. That I am used to spicy food. It says I can handle spicy food without a problem. So in a way, all 3 answers can be correct in question number 5. So friends, how many have you got correct out of 5? Please put your scores in the comments. I would be interested in knowing your scores. And friends, if you have found value in this video, please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please do press the bell for videos like these because I keep coming up with videos like these to help you improve your English language skills. Thank you very much and see you in the next one.